Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Pharaoh. Welcome back to episode 6 of the beginner guide here, free to play series for Raid. So we are on day something of the logins here, day 8 technically, but I have 17 hours left on the all of the keeps being open, so it's kind of like 6 hours and 6 days and 7 hours and kind of more so. I'll show the dungeons we've cleared so far. We've got I wonder if I can get some energy here a little bit, and sure, we can do that. And then I can show the dungeons here. So, Ice Golem's Peak, we've done 13. This was the team here that we used. Should be the same team for Dragons. We've gotten the 13 for there. We got that done. Spiders, I haven't pushed at all. Other than one challenge, I had to get like some 4 and 5 star pieces. I went to like 7 and then just kind of called it a day there. Haven't really pushed that. Fire Knight Castle, I was able to get stage 13 done. Took me 12 minutes and 18 seconds. This was a full manual of it. And this was with Lightsworn, Armiger, and then these 3 here. The Tuhanarak, Karato, and Kale. So, yeah, so that we were able to work that out. That's all about turn meter manipulation, that one. So, yeah. It's helpful that Karato has a triple hitting A1 as well. That's all that you use in the boss. So, yeah, Sand Devil haven't touched, Phantom Shogun haven't touched. There's not really a reason to. Minotaur we're able to do stage 15, which is really nice. That is just the normal team we were using for other stuff because it had gear on it. So, yeah, getting the first set of 5 full masteries is going to be really something. I personally don't use gems ever for masteries. I always farm them up fully for Minotaur. I think, well, just mathematically, it's just a better value to just take the time to farm it. And I would rather use the gems into Minotaur. I think it's like 600 to 650. If you just do the runs, it just takes a lot of time. Now that we have super raids, the time is cut in half, but it still takes a little while. It took way too long without super raids. And they should add in stage 20s, like a stage 20 here anyway, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, and then here, I think we're at 13 on all of them. So yeah, so I think Void was just the normal team. Spirit Host was in here, I think, maybe, so that we could clear the poisons. The Force Keep should have been the normal team, yep. The Magic Keep, we got to 15, and then we were using just the normal team there. Tuhanarak can block buffs, and then Madame Cerise can pull them off, so that's helpful. Pull any buffs off that the boss has. And then we did stage 13 here with the normal team, minus Madame Cerise. We've got Rocktooth in here. Literally everyone gets this guy. You get him from campaign area 6, 7, or 8 or something. He's like a free 3-star they give to you, and then he's also farmable in the campaign, I believe, as well, just in some campaign area. So he has a heal reduction here. I didn't put any skills into him. There's no point in doing so. You just need to get him the accuracy to land it at all. Because there's no chance to land. It's just it places it, so it is what it is. Very helpful for getting through here. If you guys didn't know, generally the accuracy you want for every stage, which is hard to reach really early on like this, it's very hard to reach that. The accuracy that you want is, so for 13 to be 130, it's whatever the stage is multiplied by 10. So for stage 6, you would want 60. Stage 9, you would want 90. Stage 10, you would want 100, because it's, 9 times 10, 90, 10 times 10, 100. So it's just whatever the stage is multiplied by 10. So stage 20, you would want 200 accuracy. So that's generally how these things work. The dungeons, I assume the keeps are the same way. On an Arcane Keep, we got to 15 as well. And we have not quite unlocked this yet. We're level 41, I think. So when we can unlock that, we might start farming this. This might become like a normal part of our rotation, is doing, like, getting onto the game, doing like an arena token or 2, just so that we get back to the countdown, so that's running. And then using the energy we have in Iron Twins Fortress for the 6 keys we get there, and then after that getting back into farming the 6 stars and farming the other things, because the souls are really, really important, and especially with how fast I want to push the account. Like, yeah, is that gonna take energy away from pushing every day? Yeah, that definitely is. But having the opportunity to get the souls that we need, on the champions we need them on, it will be such a massive boost. Like the rares, you can't get any for uncommon or common, but the rares, we're going to be using a lot of rares on this account. Whatever epics we can get, we'll use. So we want to get souls on them so they can get the extra stats to kind of make up for the fact that they're a little bit lower. Like epics are pretty good usually on stats. Like I would say they're not bad. Rares are kind of bad on stats though. So the souls are super helpful. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking in terms of the souls, though. And then showing you guys what I've been building otherwise, from the ones that I've shown. I built Satyr for the Fire Knight thing. So for one of the challenges, you have to beat stage 13 for the 5 potion keeps, and then stage 13 for Dragons, Ice Golem, and Fire Knight, and then I think that was it. I think that's all of it. So Fire Knight was definitely the hardest. Once I got him up to 4 stars, and then ascended him, because he's a fusion piece, and he gets fused into something else at level 40, and you have to ascend him anyway, so there's no loss there. I'm not going to put any skill ups into him. He just needed to get used for that. When I got him up, the Spirit Keep was easy, but otherwise, all the other ones were easy, like other than Fire Knight, really, which was difficult. This one is great. It's not a 10% decrease on every hit, which I thought it was. It's hits 3 times, and it's only decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. But at least it's a 100% chance, so it was enough to help in Fire Knight to get that done. He also has a decreased attack and decreased speed, so he was helping to cover when she was missing her skills. I did put 2 more books into her, and they went into one into the first skill and one into the second skill, so I haven't quite gotten this up and running, but when I get this to 3, that's going to help a lot with just different team rotations. It'll be massive for clan boss, massive for dungeons, literally everywhere. Like having the 3-turn cooldown here is going to be absolutely massive. So yeah, I'm very happy with her so far. And then I'm really wanting to get this done, getting her ascended to 3 stars to unlock the passive, because then she becomes a very reliable cleanser for the team too, which is pretty important. So she's going to play a very, very massive role for the entire length of the account. So very happy with her. Karato does well in some areas, a little rougher in some other areas. Like the wave content, he's super nice. This block active skills, honestly, it is so massive for wave control. I have horrible gear on him, obviously. It's, this is the early game. Like, this one isn't too bad. This one is okay. I mean, it's all just, like, okay. It's, 4-star gear, so, not able to see too much of what he can do so far. But I'm happy that I was able to get this much accuracy on him, at least 87, because he's, able to put that on sometimes. And then I re-rolled this amulet, and I was able to get crit damage with accuracy. I would have rather had it all go into accuracy, because the accuracy is more valuable in my mind, at least. I would assume if you calculated it, the accuracy would be worth more than the flat main stats, but who knows. But yeah, we were able to get accuracy and attack, so it's good on here, and then it's obviously we can go 1 step higher. We'll do that later. But when I can get him ascended to 5 stars, I'll be able to put this on, get the extra 20 accuracy from the set effect, and then 24 accuracy here and more crit damage. So we're extremely happy with that amulet so far. So yeah, otherwise it's just been like using things here and there. Some of this stuff is like I was just doing some challenges, lining up gear. We're looking at Outlaw Monk because his skills are places 2 poison debuffs on the target for 2 turns, and then this first skill has a chance of granting him an extra turn, so he's good for clan boss. He can get poisons off pretty quickly, and that's all. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I got some pretty good epics here. The link code, of course, gave us Mausoleum Mage, Ugo Tagore, and Rector Drath, and then Madame Cerise we got from that other special code. Really great there. And then I fed the Bone Keeper. I don't know if I did that in the last video. I didn't do it on camera, but I don't know if it was shown in the last video. But Bone Keeper was fed. She's as good as a chicken. Especially because we got Duke the Pierced. The Bone Keeper at that point is totally useless. Like, I'm able to get flat out just more utility here, and then I can just look for, maybe I get a Gaelic, like a rare or something. Just something else. Bone Keeper is so bad. Shaman's right there with her. I mean, she is free, and she is getting tossed. Because I've got Tagore. Tagore is the better reviver, the better support, better in every way, and even decreases the damage your team receives if they're already a little lower on HP. So she's tossed. And like, even her faction crypt thing, it's an area specific thing. It's only 23% defense, and it's area specific. He's got a general 25% HP aura. It's like, she's so bad. It doesn't make sense how bad she is. But yeah, looking at getting some food farmed up. I pulled Elder from a mystery shard. Every time you get a rare in the mystery shards, it's like, you're early on, it's like, oh, it could be good. And then he's getting fed off again. He's most definitely getting fed off again. I've been farming stage 11-6 on Brutal, because that one has the most Spirit Affinity champions, so that it's just easier for Kale. And so I've got my Executioner almost to the point where I'm going to be able to skill him up. I had said in a previous video, you don't really want to farm for some of these things to skill them up, but stage 11 gives about the same XP as 12. It's the exact same amount of energy I have to spend to get something to max as it is in 12. So I've just been sitting here farming this for him. He's going to be super helpful in, maybe in wave content could be usable, but definitely for his faction crypt, he is going to be super massive to have. So really, really good there. He does like to read, though. He takes 12 skill ups, so at least they're free. So we need 13 copies in total to get him done. I don't know if I've pulled this one yet. Muckstalker? I feel like maybe I did pull him and tossed him. Not great. Weird, yeah, just not a good kid. Flinger, we might go and try to skill him up. 9, we have War Maiden we can do for the Barbarian faction. Templar, we don't need skill ups for. He's a Bommel champion that doesn't need any skill ups, so he's farmed. You get one, or whoops, he's in here. You just need one of these for the fusion that he's in, and then you need one of these for Bommel, and then you don't have to come back to 8 again. Tilshire, I mean, this is just food, so no reason to sit there at all. Eris would be nice to get a copy of fully skilled up, but when we get back this far into campaign, you have to start to wonder, is it worth getting the skill ups, or is it worth just going up to the higher levels like 12 and then just farming that? So I have to figure that out. I haven't done the testing on that yet to see if it's the same amount of energy. I kind of suspect it's not, but I think she'd probably be worth it, just to have to spend the extra energy in terms of leveling stuff up. But she takes 8 skill ups, you need to get 9 of her total, and then of course you would need her for one of the fusions or whatever. Unfortunately, she is fighting for a spot with Avenger. You could get this one instead, multiple times in a row instead of an Eris, so that could happen too, but yeah, we'll see. So Rocktooth is in here, but you get him for free anyway. Maybe he'd be useful to get. He could be okay for the Organ faction. I kind of have to come back into here to farm this, I think. He takes so many books. I mean, it's, what, 4, 9, 15? Yeah, he takes 15 books. But Greybeard is about the only legitimate crowd control that I have, other than block active skills from Karato. And then that Grimskin Epic I have for the Organ Tribes faction can do a potential provoke. But Greybeard is just better. It's a 3-turn AoE freeze, 40% chance. For the provoke, he's got the shield and the counter attack on a 4-turn cooldown. He's definitely a very good option there. We put 3 books into her, which is fine. It's whatever. But yeah, I mean, she'll just be food. I don't think you need to like fully book out her first skill. Like for what? And then these are kind of whatever. But yeah, as you get farther back here, like you only need the Skull Sworn for fusion. It's unfortunate Valerie is in here because she is definitely a good one. Takes 9 copies to book her, and obviously you need one of her just to be yourself, and you need one for the fusion. So you would need to farm 11 of these, one for the fusion and one to make one and fully skill her up. And it's such an XP loss farming that stuff that I don't know if I'm going to go back and farm that, but I might farm Maris when I'm done with Executioner. So, and I'm just about done with him. That's going to be what I've got 10, so I only need 3 more. So we're humming along there just fine. I think that's pretty much all. We're kind of stuck on the Arbiter missions. Oh, I guess I could do this, but I have to do this, get 2 rank 6 champions, and it's like, that's, the chances of me getting another rank 6 champion in 17 hours is not good, not high. So I think we're kind of stalled out here at this one, so we got to mission, I'll call it 168, like I can physically do this mission right now anyway, but this one I would be stuck on, so yeah. So it looks like we're going to be having to get into like a normal weekly rotation for this stuff, so once that happens, once your 7 days are up for your potion keeps, you try to get as far as you can here, but once we're there, it's like, all right, let's just focus our energy on campaign, and then so for me it'll be like Iron Twins and then campaign, and that's pretty much what I'll be farming is Iron Twins, and then everything else is going into campaign to make a bunch of 5 stars and some 6 stars. So yeah, that's kind of what's going to happen there. We're going to summon here, but we don't have too many more free shards coming, so whatever we get here is going to be kind of, I think, kind of the last wave. You can pick up these here and there. There are a couple of more voids that are going to be coming from challenges or maybe the like champion training event we have going on here. I would assume I'll get the primal and the void in here. That'd be right here. Yeah, I strongly suspect that I'm going to get these 2. I'm going to be continuing to farm campaign here the next 2 days, so I should get this done anyway and get these. But beyond that, shards are looking pretty sparse, so whatever I get here and with those, and then maybe the odd void or something, like that's kind of it. And I think I am going to pull this today just to see what I get. The rates are a little better on this one than a normal ancient, but still not great, but we'll see. So yeah. Of course, if we could get a Brogni here, that'd be incredible. Attacks all enemies. You know what? I'll pretty much just take it for the barbarian faction. It's an easier faction. If she wants to hit everyone, let's do it. That sounds good. Okay, no, not maiden. She's a chicken. She's just, it's not enough. So she places decreased defense on all enemies if the attack is critical. So maybe she's like okay, but if you started with Deacon, like a Deacon link code, then she's totally useless. But I thought I had something else that was just better than her. That I would rather use instead. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe she will get used, actually. I fed the first one. She's probably getting fed, but she might get used. We'll see. Could be Polarium telling me, hey, use her. She's really going to help you out. So, all right. And exactly what you would expect from the Primal, a crappy farmable rare. So, here, really hoping for a Legendary, obviously. That would be pretty big for the account, but, you know, hopefully something really good here would be awesome. Yo! No. Why? All right. She can be. Oh, okay. I didn't remember she had an HP burn on her. I'll actually take that, I guess. But definitely not the even with the HP burn, 100% not the legendary we were looking for. She really benefits from books, but she seems kind of good without them. Has a 75% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies, then decreases turn meter of all enemies by 10% and fills turn meter of all allies by 10%. Decreases turn meter by 20, fills turn meter by 20 if there were 5 or more buffs removed. Heals a target. Like, this will be good for the Bannerlord faction crypt, but otherwise I don't think she's getting a whole lot of play, honestly. If I had the books for her, then this skill becomes kind of nasty if you get it down to 2 turns, but I don't. So this one removes all debuffs from a target ally, then places a block debuffs for 2 turns and heals that ally. Heals all of their allies by 20% of their max HP and fills their turn meter by 15% if the target is fully healed by this skill. So you'd kind of imagine they are after a 75% heal, but yeah, and then an HP burn. So actually, I'll take the HP burn. But yeah, not really that exciting of a legendary. So I think that is kind of what we're working with then after 6 days and probably 8 hours now. So 6 days and 7.5 hours. That's what we're running with. So yeah, that sucks. There was a dude that got Brogni, like he got Brogni like 10 minutes ago. I was like, oh, nice. We might have a shot here, but all right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say it's disappointing. Obviously, it's good to get. It would have been better to get her. It was better to get her than a lot of the epics that are available. But it would have been nice to get a stronger legendary. So anyway, that's all for this video. I got to get back to the campaign farming here, but I'll see all of you guys next time.